Hello everyone, and thank you again for joining me on my channel. I appreciate it very much. Today we're going to cook shepherd's pie. I make shepherd's pie different than most other people because I like to do things a little more unique, a little more different, and I like the flavor of what I'm doing with my shepherd's pie. So give it a try. We're going to get started right now. All right, what we're going to do is peel the potatoes, and I have this cool little machine. Just kind of goes like that, and then it'll just peel it for me. We're going to peel probably 4 or 5 potatoes, and then we'll go from there. All right, here we are with some of the ingredients that we're going to be using right now. We're going to have garlic here, got bell pepper, got some thyme, got onion, chicken stock, got garlic powder, onion powder, pepper, salt. Here's Segi Butt seasoning salt, going to use that, and then oregano. Got cheddar cheese, and I'm going to also include Monterey Jack cheese in this as well. And we'll go from there. We've got potatoes, they're cooking on the stove right now. And we're going to mash those up. And we're going to have tomato on the top. And we're going to have cornstarch, but we'll let you know all those things as we go along. And of course, we've got the star of the show, and that is ground beef. Put our potatoes in, put some butter in, we'll put a little salt in there, and we'll crank this up. Going to put in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Put that around the pan. Gonna lift the pan up a little bit here and spread that all around, get it all over the bottom. We're gonna take about a half an onion and about a half a bell pepper. Now this is a red bell pepper. You can put red, green, yellow, orange, whatever you like. It's all good, all tastes great. And we also added a couple of garlic buds. I put, I think 3, and I chopped that all up in this. It's all mixed in this together. Stir that up. Let that sizzle for a little bit. Soften. And then, of course, we're going to be adding the ground beef. This was in my freezer, and so we thawed it out and putting it down in there. And I probably got, you can put maybe 1 pound to 2 pounds depending on the size of your dinner, how you want to, what consistency, how much you need, will depend on the amount of hamburger that you use. Now we have all of that ground beef hamburger mixture all together. Now all those flavors have melded together. And now I am going to take that mixture and bring it to one side of the pan, tilt the pan, and then I'm going to scoop out all of that excess grease. You don't need all of that excess grease. It's not good for you to have that much. So we're going to take a lot of it out. And I'm just using a spoon and a can, putting that out like that, and there we go, just like that. Comes time to add some of the nice ingredients such as our herbs, and this is the pepper. I like fresh pepper. This is Segi Butt seasoning salt, which adds a great deal of flavor to this. It's a combination. There's garlic powder here. We're going to add onion powder, and we are going to add, oops, there we go, right there. Put that in. And now comes the chicken flavored bouillon. I use powder. You can use the cubes. You can use the jar, whatever you like. And we're putting about a tablespoon in this. Now you have about a teaspoon of oregano. Oregano I grow from my garden, dry it, put it in this container, and it is fresh. I like that. And there we go, we put that in. It's all coming together. And then I take curry. Curry is one of my favorite things. Whether you like it or not, you might want to try it because it is an exciting flavor booster. And we put maybe a tablespoon, could put a little less, or you could leave it out as if you're not into the curry as much. You really won't taste the curry. You got to trust me on that. It just gives a flavor boost, and it is fantastic. Then I'm going to take some cornstarch, and I'm going to mix that in cold water while this is boiling. Now, in this cup, it only looks like I have about a half cup, but I believe the best thing to do is to put maybe a cup and a half. You want to have it where it's above the ground beef mixture. Here I've taken some beef bouillon cubes. I put about 4 of those in, and we're going to stir that up, let that melt, come together. We're going to try this out now, taste it, and see how it tastes. All right, that is good. And it looks as though I need to thicken this liquid up. So I've added some more cornstarch and a little bit of cold water. And we're going to add that because we want the consistency to be thick enough that when it's on top of the potatoes, the mashed potatoes, that it just doesn't melt everything down and make everything soggy. So you want it thicker. And this is the time when I'm going to add some peas. I had the peas in a little water because those were actually frozen peas. So I was melting them in that water. We're just going to put that in, mix that in, let that cornstarch thicken this up. And now I'm testing it to see the thickness. The thickness, that looks pretty good. You could even go a little thicker than that. And there we go. Now the mashed potatoes. The mashed potatoes are going to be the bottom layer. This is the difference between my shepherd's pie and the typical shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie usually with the potatoes on the top of the ground beef mixture, or whatever mixture that you might have on the bottom. But I like this, and the reason is because I want that ground beef mixture to flavor those mashed potatoes, saturated, not melted, but saturated down. Now the mashed potatoes you want to have on the thicker side. You don't want them too thin or runny. You want them thick so they hold up well. Here we're just layering, not layering, but we're putting that mash, get my tongue out of the way. I'm putting the ground beef mixture on the top, make it thick, maybe, till it's not going to overflow. Now we're going to take cheese. That's the cheddar cheese, Monterey Jack. You can use just cheddar, you can use Monterey, you can add whatever cheeses you like, put that on there. All right, then I take a fresh tomato, fresh meaning came out of my garden. This is a beefsteak tomato, and they are so good. You buy them in the store and they don't taste like this. I'm sorry, because they pick them so early. And this ripens on the vine. I let it ripen on my garden. Slice those up thinly, put those on like that. And then I'm going to put some bacon bits on there. That'll just add to another flavor. And then I'm taking some oregano, putting those up. And the last item is black olives. Now I chop those up, gotta slice them up. Gonna put them on the top of this. And if you don't like black olives, then you don't need to put it on. If you don't like tomatoes, then you don't need to put them on. I have to say you're missing a lot. You need to get your taste buds to like these things because they are just so good. Anyway, this is ready to go. There we go. That looks great. Absolutely fantastic. We're going to put it in the oven about 350 degrees for about 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. Cook that up. All right, now we're going to try this shepherd's pie and we're going to see how it tastes. Cut a piece. We've let it sit out for about 20 minutes to kind of tighten everything up. We're going to put a dollop of sour cream. This makes this so good. Dollop of sour cream right there, and you know me, I love my hot sauce. So I am going to add some of my Saggy Butts cayenne hot sauce. Of course, you don't need to do that if you don't like it. Oops, got my finger in the way. All right, let's check this out. Oh yeah. Delicious. It is. I'm not just saying that. That is really good. Give it a try. See how you like it. This is a unique twist, my version of shepherd's pie. And it is good. I've made it for years. My kids love it. And we're going to have it for dinner tonight. One more bite. Enjoy. Well, that's it. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful day and making shepherd's pie, my delicious, unique shepherd's pie. Totally different, fantastic, delicious. You got to try it. You really do. It's great. Thanks again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.